Stream the meeting.
Okay, let's do it. Well, hello there, Mr. Spencer.
Are we live? Are we live? Yes, we are.
You're so live.
Nice, nice. Well, well, Betsy Barr, we're back at it again.
Oh my word, we are back at it again.
I think we promised, we said we never do, nothing else, nothing new, and then we bust out something new. We can't help ourselves.
We
The
can.
industry needs us. The industry needs us.
Oh my gosh, I think it's more for our mental health so that we don't have all that stuff in our head.
Right?
I think
Right.
it's more for us. Let's own that at least.
I'll own that.
I mean, we've got some pretty awesome stuff.
It's been, well, we've been in the lab for about 6 months, testing, beta, trying things out, different variations. And, I guess we can, not beat around the bush, but what we saw in the market as we went digital was that there are people all over the place, right? People needing help, needing life insurance. I know for my agency, that's one thing that I wanted to make sure is that we have filled calendars, we have booked calendars, we have booked people that were actively looking. And as a lot of folks may know, we built out marketing systems and constantly checking. And then we found a few that really worked, right?
We did. We found a couple that just seemed to do really well.
Do really well. And I'm from our company shares the opportunity of wealth. So we decided, why keep this to ourselves, right? Last fourth quarter, I know I end up writing right at 100 grand in 100 days. And a large part of that was due to this system. It started, a lot of this due to these, what we're about to share. So wanted to unveil to the world what we have to share with you guys and kind of break down what we're doing. So let's make it happen. Share it. Let's do it, Betsy.
What do we have? And we've got
Boom.
some leads. Oh my word. I can't believe we're sharing it.
It is here. Finally, I can now get it away. Everyone's asking, what are you doing, Spence? What are you doing? What are you writing? What is, guys, I was just testing and running and testing and booking and testing, and guess what? It works. I'm living proof. My team I have agents that are slingshot, and because they're using the system, they're using the leads, and we have it figured out. So Betsy, let's share. Let's show them what we have in store for them.
All right. So Spencer, we've been doing this now for almost 2 years, testing, doing a whole bunch of different things, trying to figure out, man, what can really help the agents that, help us and help our agents. We've been working on it for a while. So here are some of the different angles that we use to really connect with people at their point of need. So we talk about, generational wealth. And then we also get into, some deeper niches where, maybe I didn't used to be a nurse, but we've got people that we know that used to be nurses that can really connect well with nurses that are looking for that protection, looking for something different. And so nurses, parents, seniors, homeowners, of course, veterans, barbers, and stylists. And then there's just so many more niches that come along with that. And so, but these are all the ways that we're really using to engage with clients and get them to where, hey, when we're meeting with that client, it's just so much more intentional and so much more powerful.
Absolutely. Yeah. Especially the generational wealth is a hot topic. We're finding it that with our leads, I think, Betsy, you just got a message that someone is, got a lead and they're looking to write, IULs, they're looking to write term products, looking to write whole lives, cash participate. And this is why, because we're not focusing just on a product. We're focusing on the person. We're focusing on so many different things. And if you're skilled and can present different products, you will find a need in that home, So that's why we go that approach and many more, right? We have so many more in the pipeline that, the leads are coming in, and it's really awesome. So let's
let's keep it going. All right. So where does the traffic come from? You know, where's
Yeah,
it coming
it's
from? It
coming
comes
from
everywhere.
social media, it's coming from different partnerships with different websites, coming from our own websites. We have about 15 different sites that we're pushing traffic to for different variations.
All
Um,
that testing,
all
all that
that,
we're just taking all the testing and anything that worked, we're going to use it. And that's the great thing is that we've already tested it all.
absolutely. And this is a video because we wanted to show you guys that they're not filling out some gift card that we're going to give them a free gift card to Target or Walmart. Like they're engaging with us because they know that we are the life insurance advisors. So we just want to show you guys one of the videos that generate leads for us and for our agents, so you can know why they come in knowing about living benefits. Why do they come in knowing about generational wealth? Why are you're not, starting at the very top of the funnel? Because they're educated, and this now, an educated buyer is the buyer that we want to be dealing with. So Betsy, share one of our.
Did you know life insurance doesn't just protect your family when you pass away? There are actually plans where you can protect yourself and your family if you become sick or unable to work. And there are plans that protect you if you get a chronic illness or a critical illness like a stroke or heart attack. You never know what's going to happen in life, but with life insurance, you can always be protected. Head to turn.
Boom. Boom.
Boom.
How many times did I hear life insurance in there, right? They're not surprised why we're calling them. They're not surprised why we're texting them. They're not surprised why we're emailing them, because they ask for our help. Okay. So I just want to show you, there's not one of these, we hear lead people they don't know what the ad says. They don't know what the client heard. They're confused about the messaging. They don't know, they just lost and they just spent their money. Not with Level Up Leads. You're going to have an idea where the marketing's coming from, what the ad says, so you know how to catch it.
Right there at that point where they're interested. And so kind of going into a little bit more about our leads, we've got, excuse me, a target audience, of course. We're looking usually about 35 or above in age wise. And again, they're actively looking for life insurance. They're not looking for, hey, I thought I was going to win an Outback gift card, or hey, I saw a pretty picture of a dog and I clicked it. No, like this, people know that this is life insurance. It's all over the ads that we're putting out. And then these are consumers that want to connect in a variety of different ways. We're in a digital world nowadays. And so, I mean, I don't know about you, Spence, but if I get a number from somebody I don't know, I don't answer it. Yeah. I mean, and if someone leaves me a voicemail, like my dad, just text me,
complete the whole transaction via text on some of them, or some of them like to, call eventually. But again, that's where the agent's going to have to be flexible in their approach. And that's why our leads come with a free CRM, so that you can be flexible in that approach. And, so great stuff. But yes, 35 is the age that we like to stay above and beyond. So definitely.
Yep. And so results, like I said, it's not just been us that have been testing it. We've had some people hop on board as well and seeing some pretty exciting results. But of course, Spence, it's always a little nerve-wracking then when you open it up and it goes larger. And so for today to be able to still getting texts, oh my word, this client wants 5 IULs. Oh my word, this client wants, they wanted a new, this client wants this and this. And it's like, okay, yeah, like
I know the feeling, Betsy. When I wrote an annuity from it, I was like, oh my goodness. Like, are we like, yeah, when I wrote my annuity, and that was just one of like 5 apps from that household, just talking. Again, if I didn't know about annuities, I would never found an annuity. So it's not the least, it's just making sure you're sharpening your stick to know that you help everyone. And the cool part is everyone's doing it virtually. These are for virtual sales. I'm sure Whitney did not go to Ohio. I know Forehand didn't go to Florida, and I know Dominic didn't go to Illinois. So if you are a telesales agent, you want the best intent. It's hard enough to make the connection rather than them not knowing why you're calling. So And I'm upset, Betsy. I did a lot of business for me not to be up here with the rest of these guys.
You're coming later. Don't worry. You're
Oh,
pitching.
okay. All right.
But yeah, so here we go. So where can we edify Spencer for all of this? And
Here
this
we go. All right.
here we go. Here we
Boom. So boom. So not only are we just throwing you leads, we're just hot potato you lead, but in order to get into the program, you actually have to complete the sales training that I happen to spend my time to produce, because I know that there's so many vendors, so many people out there that might chastise you for not knowing how to catch their leads, or might not know what to do with their leads. So they just blame the salesperson, blame the salesperson. That's the best. No, let's help the salesperson. Okay. So what we did was sat back before we launched and just wrote out, the different steps, how I do it. Now, I'm not saying it's the only way to do it, but it's a great base to be able to catch those leads. Are you able to, know the mindset of the client, know, and it's not just these leads, how to take it to virtual sales and telesales in any lead platform. But in order to get into our platform, you must complete the sales training. It's about 2 hours max, but everyone, I've heard great things. I don't know if they're just blowing smoke, but
Okay,
they
no.
come out.
Okay. So like some of my agents got started on this, and literally for days, all I heard was, "This is so amazing! Oh my word!"
Yeah, I paid them though. I think I cashed at them to say that though. No, I'm just kidding.
No, but for real.
But
Spencer, I'm like, training is like my jam. I love training. I used to be a teacher. It's
I was
very
nerve-wracked. I was nerve-wracked, and I was like, let's go. I want them to know if they have level up leads, they get level up training, they can come in here, focus on the training, get on mindset, the intent, how to engage with the leads, right? How to set appointments, but most of it, guys, are one call closes. So your appointment is you picking up the phone and running that appointment. Also knowing what to say in the appointment, right? Not having this, monologue script, but just knowing where you are so that you can, engage properly, asking questions, how your posture should be, how to overcome objections. And the cool part is that we're not going out the field. We are using these same leads. So when I sell something, I record it and upload it for everyone to hear, right? So you're constantly getting trained on, best practices. And when things change, guess what? It'll change for me too. It'll change for Betsy. It'll change for the rest of the clients. And that's what we call level up training with level up leads. So you're not just buying leads and getting, chastised for not closing them when you have a complaint. No, we're actively in the process. We're selling. My goal is my next commission level, and I'm writing 20, 30 grand a month off of these same leads. This is all I'm using.
Yeah. And I think it's also really important to hear, as just to kind of even thinking about mindset, like our whole purpose in starting Level Up, Spencer, was how could we use this to help our agencies grow? And so every time we create something, it's with the thought of how can we use this to support our agents and our agencies? And so then we just, like you mentioned, we have this abundance mindset, because that's what our company trains on, and that's what we believe in. And so, hey, if this is going to work for our agencies and our agents, could it not work for other life insurance agents? And so that's kind of our mindset, and heart behind this is really like, hey, this is created by life insurance agents for life insurance agents so that you can be successful. So kind of along with that is we also, we've got the training, we've got the leads, and then, we've got some, Spencer, we use a lot of resources to kind of support all that we do. And so we provide that as well to our clients. Yeah, you want to go through these?
Yeah, instead of, you get some leads, you might have this, how you run your appointment. Look, guys, we're giving you exactly what we use to run these appointments, from the client intake form to the graphic that is sent over to them while you're on the phone, going over the sale, explaining the living benefits, even the appointment missed graphic, even the term versus permanent, right? Different things that we run across in our appointments. Again, we are in the industry. We are in the we're in the trenches with you. So I know what I use to close $80,000 of business. It might be good to give it to you so you can close $80,000 of business. And that comes as a free add-on for just being a part of Level Up Leads program. So you get the same thing that I'm using, my agents are using, that we know work every step of the way. And if something else comes up and we need to create something, you're in the program, you get it.
You get it. You get it. That's right. We don't keep it. Like if we're testing and we're researching and we figure it out, all of Level Up clients benefit from it. All right, so let's start kind of with our plans and the features of what we have to offer. So everybody comes in and starts at the same place. We call that our silver membership area. And these are some different things that you get. There's a CRM, so that's where your leads are going to drop into. You have free access to that. There is, of course, the sales support that we showed you, the sales training. Now the sales support, we do have, a group that everyone's in, and if you've got questions and stuff, you can be asking in that group. We do have phone scripts, guidelines for the appointments as well, just to help you really kind of dig deep and figure out what is it that your client really needs and address that need. Just because a client comes in, for, an ad for just general life insurance, well, doesn't mean that they don't need retirement help. It doesn't mean that they don't need help getting out of debt. Doesn't mean that they don't have kids that need help. And so we want you to be able to do whatever, to serve that client in whatever way that they need. That's what it means to level up. So we've got all the lead engagement graphics that we just showed you. There's a 90-day automated follow-up campaign that's already in the CRM. 90 days. And we counted that out, didn't we? And we were like, There is going to be 90 days here. And then another thing that's real important here is these leads are exclusive to you. So we're not reselling them. You don't have, it's going to be turned around after a certain period of time. These leads are yours. And
because they're high intent. We don't want it ever to be a time where we want to catch them as hot as can be. We know speed to lead. We want to give it to you. Now they might not be ready to buy right then, but when they come into you, it was on the top of their mind, right? Yeah. So we're not ever going to have a time where we selling you 80-day-old leads or we're not dealing with that. We want high quality, top notch, level up. Let's do it.
Let's go. All right. Now, once you come in as at a silver level, that's awesome. You can stay there and get your leads and, go ride 100K in 100 days and all that good stuff. And we're going to celebrate you from every minute along the way. However, if you want to, if you write 5 applications, we do have some different membership levels where there's additional support, additional trainings, just additional resources. And also the best part about moving up in membership levels is what happens, Spence? What happens to the price of the lead?
We want the leads to go down. The lead cost goes down. Yep. So it's very unique. We're in a lot of systems where the more you write, the more you make, the lead price goes up. Not here. We wanted the opposite. This is the crazy part about being an agent for agents. If you write more, you're more successful, your lead costs go down. So the goal is to get the agents to platinum, get the lowest lead costs. You'll get the website to go do a discovery call to find out what all those prices are. But understand, you start at silver because we want top notch in our group. We want top notch in our community. We want top notch all around us. So if you unlock 5 applications, which should be easy, that gives you gold, you can then get a lower lead cost. You will go to platinum, is even lower in platinum, right? So we're not waiting for you to get commission increases and the price goes unrealistic. We want the best, so, and that's what we want around us. So write 10 apps, get the lead cost lower, write 5 apps, get the lead cost lower, or you just be happy with silver because it's already going to be lower than what's out there.
Yeah, 100%. So anyways, come in, like Spence was saying, we've got a website where you can head over, find out some more information, book a discovery call. We do those discovery calls before you can onboard into our training or begin to invest in Level Up leads. We want to make sure it's a good fit all around. We want to make sure that you know all the details up front, so that kind of you can make the decision about what is best for your business before you move forward. And yeah.
Excited, Betsy. Boy, this is awesome. You guys save it. Let them know that Spence and Betsy sent you.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is awesome. And yeah, just
Excited.
can't wait to hear the good news. Can't wait to hear the good stories, and you know, can't wait to hear hopefully we impact, because that's what we built this all out for, to save you money, help you grow and level up your business.
That's right. Let's level up together. Have a great one.
Have a good one.